What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And man, I can't believe this. You know, the level of just, I want to say, like, you know, like there's that old meme, the Nigerian scammer with the collecting $1 million from my prince's account type. Like, that is literally what the California Air Resource Board is right now. So they had a video conference call with, well, it was representative from CARB, representative from BAR. I guess they manage what shops can do and all that other stuff. And a couple of, I guess there's like people that represent groups of smog shops in California. So that call happens today. Well, somebody leaks the link to the Zoom, which means anybody can jump in. And yes, savagery did ensue, but not until they were like 45 minutes into the call. But we're going to roll the intro and we're going to talk about what's coming for you guys in California, and I just can't believe it. Alright guys, so welcome on back to TK's Garage. I got you guys set up in my mountain stuff so we can be safe, and even though the car drives itself, still, you know, we know we're always going to have those people that'll be in the comments, no, TK, you can't do that. Anyways, so on this conference call, this Zoom thing with the California Air Resource Board representative, BAR representative, and these two Smog conglomerate, whatever, representatives, they were like, I guess, explaining to a bunch of other smog shops what's coming, and that they don't have to worry about losing their livelihood or income. And I guess California is trying to stop shops from basically saying that they got scammed, or pushing, shops suing the state, basically. So what is currently happening is the California Air Resource Board said that they have new measures which are going up to legislature because they can and they said this on their call. They said that they know that they're no longer going to be able to regulate or enforce tailpipe emissions, but that safety of vehicles has become more important than emissions, and that brake dust, remember we talked about that, brake dust from vehicles, from people's brakes, is causing more environmental harm and health issues than emissions. Remember, emissions were everything. The world was going to end. Everything was going to complete and utter crap. We had to really push and enforce these emissions. We had to do it. There was no choice. The world depended on us enforcing these emissions, right? That was the whole scam. Well, now it's gone from that to, hey, we need to enforce brake pads and brake dust, and we need to make sure vehicles are safe. We need to make sure that their tires, tire tread is appropriate, yada, 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 yada. That is the new scam. So basically what they're doing is they're letting these smog shops know that they don't have to worry about losing their income, basically. They're basically letting these shops know, hey, look, we're going to continue along just with something else. And that something else is brake dust, if they can get that passed. They also, during this call, also mentioned how they were going to be funded, because a lot of their federal funding is gone. And that is shown in what they are offering in grants for, replacing engines and doing some of this other stuff with the Diesel Emission Reduction Act and all that crap that was going on. So what they're doing now is they're touting that they're basically telling these shops that the mileage tax is going to pass, that they're going to pass this mileage tax, and they're going to use this mileage tax money to fund the California Air Resource Board. That's what they said. That is their words. That's what they claim. That's what they said. Now, and there's some people, and you guys, I know there's some people that already messaged me and said, hey, TK, saw you over there. Smog shops and stuff that follow this channel, and y'all can comment and let me know what you guys thought about that. I'm just blown away at the out and out like level of scumbaggery that's going on with this, with the California Air Resource Board. It's just like the gig is up, the money is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing else for you to get. There's nothing else for you to do, right? You're not going to, you're like, okay, so now you're going to come out and you're going to make people pay, you know, $3,000 for a friggin' brake job. That's going to be the new scam to get cars off the road that they don't want on the road. Is, you know, basically saying, hey, we have to get rid of these brake pads. We have to get rid of these brakes on cars, and it's going to cause more safety issues because people are not going to want to do it. That's going to be the thing. People are not going to want to. People are not going to want to pay all of that money to get a brake job done. And what is that going to cause? It's going to cause people being out there with worn out brakes on the road, causing accidents. That's just one step of it. And then you're going to have these arbitrary safety inspections. Oh, your alignment is off, so unless you pay this BAR-approved shop to get an alignment, we can't certify your car as safe to be on the road. Now, there are some states that do safety inspections, and they're mostly do all your lights work, do all your signals work, do, you know, things of that nature, not like to the wild extreme. But I leave the question to you, because I just, when does the scam stop for California? It's like every time one of these scams gets put down or put away, every single time one of these scams get put down or put away, it's like a whole new scam pops up. They figure out a whole new way to scam and get money. It's like, it's just unbelievable. It's like, when does the BS stop? When do you guys cut the crap and stop the scam? And I have no doubt in my mind that this is a measure by Gavin Newsom to make some of the people happy at the California Air Resource Board. They're like, let's do this. Let's push this brake dust thing because the feds really have no control over that. We could really milk this thing for more money than we did emissions. Let's do safety inspections. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what we do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.